is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Roy's Customs. Today I'm going to be changing all of the rubber hose lines on the Escort ZX2 today. They're old and I just figured it was time to change them, so I might as well change them all. And if you have an older vehicle like I do, you might want to check your rubber hoses. You might want to check all your rubber hoses, because if they're like starting to split, or they're getting cracked, or they just look stretched, you might want to go ahead and change them. Whether they be brake lines or whatever, it's always a good idea to keep your maintenance up on your vehicles. So anyways, we're gonna get into it. Here we go. So here's the line that we're going to be taking off and replacing. You want to make sure you keep an eye on your brake fluid in your reservoir whenever you're bleeding the brakes, to make sure that this doesn't go dry, because then you got to kind of start the process all over again whenever you're bleeding them, because the whole point is to actually get them free of air, to have no air in the lines whatsoever, and what you can end up doing is sucking air through. So keep an eye on this, make sure that it's full when you're bleeding the brakes, and so that will actually help you in the long run if you go ahead and do that. Okay, I just wanted to show you this real quick. With the front brakes, they're usually disc brakes. Sometimes you have disc brakes on the rear. If you have a car that has disc brakes on the rear, you'll have this kind as well, and you'll see that it's got like a ring, and then there's like basically a hollow bolt with a hole in the side to feed with, and all you really got to do, this one happens to be a 12 millimeter, so take your 12 millimeter, you pop it off, and then you'll see that this bolt comes out. And I don't know if you can see, there's a hole in it, and then there's actually two more holes, one in each side, and then that feeds it through this line here into your caliper. And that is the only difference between the front and the back. It's still pretty much the same procedure. You change the brake line and then you bleed the crap out of it, and you're wanting to get all the air out of the line. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of show you that real quick so you know what we're dealing with. So anyways, okay, so it's a good idea to check over your brake lines and stuff. You see that big old split? And these things are really soft. It's not like they're hard in the first place, but you can tell the difference between new ones and old ones, and these are pretty soft. They're pretty worn out. The rust is kind of just part of it, but you know, because it happens. But this is really the kind of stuff you're looking for when it comes to brake lines. Look at that. That was like over halfway around. And I have another one here that was split, and this one's really soft too. And then of course this one here was also split. So, and you know, they're just all worn out. So anyways, you know, it's always a good idea to keep an eye on like your brake hoses, especially if they're old. Like these are 19 years old, so you know, obviously they needed replaced. As you saw, they're splitting and stuff. So anyways, I hope you guys did see how that goes. And while I was under there, you know, I looked around at other stuff too. It's always a good idea, if you're gonna pull the wheel off anyways, you might as well say check out like the bushings and other stuff that's there too, and give it a good gander and see if anything looks off or anything is broken or messed up, or if any bushings are split or bad or anything like that. You know, it's always a good idea to kind of, being you got the tire off anyways, you might as well go ahead and inspect other stuff while you're there. And like if you go to change your brake pads or something, you know, check your lines, your hoses. Check your hard lines too, because if they're really rusty, chances are them could very well pop on you, because I did have that happen to me. The hard lines that go to the back, I had to replace those. So, you know, I had one pop on me. And so anyways, I got the new brake lines going to the back. I have new hoses, new brake hoses as well. Now I've got new brake shoes and new wheel cylinders. So the back is all freshened up, except for I still need to get the brake drums. I'm gonna go ahead and get a new set of brake drums too, probably next week. Anyways, just take care of your ride and it'll take care of you, trust me. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys and gals, and I hope you have a spectacular day or night, whichever one it is for you. Peace out.